in Year 6. This morning I thought we would have a talk about our pupil reflections, because I know as part of your home learning pack we've included the details for you to write the pupil reflections for your reports. Now, we've been doing it in class and we've been looking at various things we can use to help us when we're writing our reflections. Now, in your home learning pack you'll have seen this grid. Now, this grid is here to help you remember all the things that we did during the year that have helped with your learning. Okay, so this includes everything you've done in English, everything you've done in maths, things we did in curriculum, including doing your presentations to your parents, going to the Imperial War Museum. In science, I've included going to London Zoo when we did animal classification. You can talk about all of this as part of your reflection. I talked about art that we've done. So remember, we did forest animals in the first term. We did the Congolese masks. We did the ink pictures for A Monster Calls. All of those can be included in your reflection. Okay, what I really want you to do is have a serious think around what you've really learnt this year in Year 6. I know we only did until March, but actually we fitted in a huge amount of learning between September and March. So I want you to have a real think about what you've learnt this year and what you could be really proud of. And it might only be something small. It might not be that you've achieved something huge, but it might be that you've made steps forward in a certain subject. It might be that maybe you didn't enjoy a certain subject before and you're proud that now you do. It could be that you've developed a skill in a certain subject. Okay, there's lots and lots to talk about, and there's lots of things you can include in your reflection. And the other thing I want you to do is really have a think on that last question. What is it that you're going to work on next year? What is it that you're going to think about and work on as you start secondary school? And it might be something to do with your actual work. It might be something to do with your mindset, your attitude. It might be something you're going to change in your behaviours. There could be a whole range of things that you could be thinking about to work on in September, but it's a really good idea to have a think about the targets you're going to set yourself for next year and what you can put in that final paragraph. What we're going to do now is have a look at some sentence stems that we might use while we're writing our reflection, and then I'm going to hand over to the Year 6s that we've got in school at the moment, who are going to share with you some of the things that they've written in their reflections. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of sentence stems that we can use just to vary the way that we're starting each section. So I've put 4 on the board that you could use. I know there's examples in your home learning pack as well from the model example, but I would start with things like during Year 6, I or throughout the year I have been working on blah 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 blah, or I have learnt one aspect I am proud of is, or it could be one aspect I have been successful in is, or one aspect that I've found challenging is. You can use that for any of the sections. One of the challenges I have faced is another one you can use when you're thinking about what you found difficult throughout the year. And it might not be, again, it might not be anything huge. It might be one aspect of one subject that you found difficult. It might be keeping your concentration has been difficult. It might be keeping your presentation really neat has been difficult. There's lots of things that you can think about that could have been a challenge. There's also lots of things you can think about that you would have been really successful in. Okay, this is really about taking some time to think about what you've done this in the 6 months that we had, 7 months that we had, and really thinking about what you've been successful at and what you want to do next year. Okay, now we're going to hear some examples from some of the reflections that the children in class have been writing over the last couple of days.
This year I have learned about World War II and the history behind it. To learn more about this event, we went to the Imperial War Museum and found out more information on how it began. I also learned the order of operation in maths. This taught me the order of the calculation and what to do first. In art, for our core text and monster calls, we printed using black printing ink. We used charcoal to create texture and shading.
This year I am most proud of my positive attitude towards my learning. Even though I found some difficult, I made sure I put in 100% effort into all my lessons so my work could be the best it can. I was also very proud of becoming part of the presentation panel to help and coach people to get good presentation.
This year I have been most successful at. I feel that I'm good at understanding our global topics. This year has helped me have empathy for issues around the world. Over the past few years, my painting skills have improved. This has helped me become more creative.
My biggest learning challenge this year was punctuation, including semicolons, dashes and brackets. I struggled with this because I could not remember where to put everything. I will try to improve on this throughout the years. I also need to stop rubbing out because I want to achieve my pen license, and I should just use a ruler to make my work neater.
Next year, I would like to improve my independent learning. I will attempt to complete tasks by myself before asking for help. Through Year 7, I would like to work more on my confidence in myself, listening to the teacher more often. I would like to improve my sportsmanship, as currently I can get upset when I lose a game. Instead, I would like to focus on the other team's achievements. Another target I would like to set myself is to apply my skills across all of my subjects.